Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2021. The future is now with Borussia Dortmund. We are all the way into February, the 11th of February to be exact right now. We've got a lot to talk about. A transfer window was open and closed. There has been a fair amount of business, mainly joining the club, a couple of players leaving. We have continued playing with our brand new 4-4-2 diamond formation, and we have gone undefeated. Because there's a lot to go through, we're going to fly through as much of this as quick as possible. Joining the club then, on a permanent deal for £2.1 million, Zimbabwean striker Tino Cadaweri. I don't know why I bought him, I just thought he looked quite good, so we brought him in. He's not going to play a lot of football. For £8 million, we have signed German central defender Jordan Torunariga. Maybe. We'll call him Jordan. He's joined on a permanent deal, and apparently most people aren't best pleased. A lot of the fans and stuff don't seem to rate him very highly. Joining as a backup left-back for Rafael Guerreiro is Junior Firpo, 25 years of age now, Spanish fullback, signed from Barcelona. He's cost about £9.5 million. Not going to get a huge amount of football for us, but going to get a fair amount of games because basically Guerreiro plays far too much football because we never had a backup for him. Firpo is now that backup. Okay, there had to be one silly transfer, and it's not that silly. There's definitely potential in Chris Mepham, 24 years of age, Welsh central defender signed from Bournemouth. He's cost about £15 million, which isn't a huge amount of money in the grand scheme of things. He's decent. He's probably not going to play a lot of football for us, but he's there for when we need him in the future. £15 million seems like a reasonable buy. Our second most expensive signing in the January transfer window is Xenia Van Housten, who is a Belgian central defender who we signed from Standard Liège. I think it was Standard Liège. It's a bit confusing. Yes, it is. So Inter Milan had him, then he went on loan, then Standard Liège bought him back, then we signed him from Standard Liège. Weirdly, Inter Milan were trying to buy him when we bought him, basically. We spent £26 million on him, which seems like a lot of money, but he's 22. And the best thing about it, he is versatile. He can play as a right back, pretty comfortably as a right back. He can play as a defensive midfielder as well, pretty comfortably as a defensive midfielder. His main position obviously is a centre back, and he's only 22. I think that's a very good signing. And this is our big expensive signing. Anthony Verhoeven is a Belgian attacking midfielder who is absolutely ridiculous and only 16 years old. And because the rules in Germany mean that we can't play anyone who is under the age of 17, we can't even play this man, and we've spent £30 million on him. It's a hell of a lot of money. He's not even going to turn 17 until the 26th of October, but I just saw him. Literally, he hasn't changed since when I put in the bid, which I think was back in sort of October time. And yeah, he's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. 5-star potential as well. I think he is a superstar already. He is going to be world class very, very soon. I'm just annoyed we can't play him because he's only 16. Also, I am training him up to be a striker because I'm thinking he could be the Erling Haaland replacement. Just a thought. He might not be good enough, but it's just a thought. So that is the transfer business, players joining the club. It's 6, I think, in total players have joined the club. Leaving the club then, you can see from here is where things happened. Quite a few players did leave on permanent deals. Roman Berkey, one of the bigger names to go. Balerdi also going to Boca Juniors. Zidane Iqbal leaving to go to AZ Alkmaar. Gapanov has also left the club, and so has Jefferson Savarino. And then you can see a few loan players as well. Cameron Carter-Vickers has gone to Basel. Wolfsburg have picked up Damari Gray. Bino Gittens to Dusseldorf. So yeah, there's a few bits of loan deals going on. Also, John Lundstrom got recalled for Wolves and then went out on loan to Bournemouth. Now that we've talked about transfers, let's move on to the results then. And as you can see, things have gone pretty well. Hertha Berlin, 4-3 it was in the end. We did crumble. We did crumble in the second half. Bellingham, Sancho with 2. Erling Haaland also on the score sheet. But most of the Hertha attacks came within the final 10 minutes of the game where they scored twice. But we held on. Wolfsburg next up, 2-0. Erling Haaland with 2 very early goals in this. Should have had a hat-trick. Didn't get himself a hat-trick. 1-1 with Bayer Leverkusen, our only drop points of the little in-between episode things. Matches in between episodes, that's what they're called. Youssef Demir, though, did get himself a goal in this one. Jude Bellingham and Gio Reyna scoring in the match against Karlsruhe, maybe? Don't know how it's pronounced. We win this one 2-0. We played quite a rotated side in that. And then Youssef Demir with 2 goals against Hannover 96, giving us 3 further points. Another thing to quickly mention, Zach Steffen had to play 4 games against Hertha, Wolfsburg, Bayer and Karlsruhe because Andre Onana was off for the African Cup of Nations. I think Cameroon got to the quarterfinals and then got knocked out, so he returned basically for the Hanover game. Right, I think that is everything. Bundesliga, this is how the league currently looks. We were top. We were actually top of the league at 1 point because Bayern Munich keep dropping points, and then I think our draw with Bayern meant that Bayern could kind of catch up. 44 points, both teams sat at the top of the table. Bayern, who are playing in just a second. This might be, it's not going to be a title decider, but if we lose, I would say the chances of us kind of keeping pace might be gone and out the window. Another thing that I completely forgot to mention, Erling Haaland was injured for most of January as well, which means that this is his return match and it is against Bayern Munich. So it's going to be Onana in goal, a back four of Passlack, Hummels, Zagadou and Guerreiro. Passlack is keeping his place as that right back because he's doing a pretty good job. We do have Thomas Meunier back from his injury. He's not played a lot. He did come off the bench, I think, in the cup game. But yeah, we're going to stick with Passlack for the time being. Xenia Van Housten will be our deep line playmaker today with Emre Can, Bellingham and Reina as the attacking midfielders, with Sancho and Erling Haaland as our front two. On the bench we have Youssef Demir, which I think is a bit harsh to drop him because since the formation change, he's been bloody good. He is one of the few players that seems to be benefiting a lot from the formation change. I might end up bringing him on for Haaland because Haaland probably shouldn't be playing 90 minutes. I don't think we've ever beaten Bayern Munich in this save. Like, we've played them pretty much every time we've played them. We have played them on camera, and I think as good as we got was the 2-2 draw, wasn't it? The Michael Obafemi brace coming off the bench. So I'm not particularly hopeful about this game, but knowing the way Football Manager treats me, what's going to happen is we're going to go 3-0 up after about 10 minutes, and then we're going to lose 7-3, aren't we? That's probably what's going to happen. It's going to really annoy me. Guerreiro with an early chance. Here's the first goal. It's cleared from Pavard, straight to the corner taker once again, crosses it in. Haaland is there, and Erling Haaland's headed effort just dinks the outside of the post. 0-0, first chance goes our way. 27 minutes now. It's taken a very long time for anything else to happen in this game. Bayern coming forward with the ball. Gnabry's got past two players. Passlack with a wonderful slide tackle. Absolutely ridiculous slide tackle from Passlack. Davies crosses that in. Onana comes out, claims that over the top of his own defender's head. So what is this highlight? Onana's going to kick it long. Of course he does. It's going towards Haaland. Haaland's got the ball as well. Goes for goal, Erling Haaland. It's not the best effort from the Norwegian striker. Puts it wide. It's not been a particularly exciting game, has it, so far? We have had the best chances. Bayern haven't even had a shot on target yet. And at half-time, Bayern still haven't had a shot on target. Oh no, apparently they have. Right near the end of the half. It's 0-0. I'm weirdly okay with this. I think if we can just keep going, you can still win this one. We might be able to find that goal. And then maybe we just shut up shop a bit. Maybe we take off the attacking midfielder, bring on another centre-back and properly just shut the door. It is a throw. Guerreiro takes it towards Jude Bellingham. It's gone over Bellingham. And Benjamin Pavard clears that ball. Mats Hummels is going to chase that down. Being closed down by Lewandowski. So two extremely old footballers and probably slow footballers. Van Housten to Bellingham. Bellingham's been tripped over. Reiner's collected it though. Keeps going. No. I was going to say, if they were going to just steal the ball away then, I want the free kick. This has all come from the referee giving us play on. Gnabry's nicked it off Hummels. Hummels 1-on-1 with the keeper. What have we just done there? We had a free kick. We decided to keep hold of the ball. The referee played on. Mats Hummels is just awful at football. This is why I've signed Chris Mepham. I can't believe I've signed Chris Mepham to replace Mats Hummels. That's genuinely what we've done here. Zagadou's taken the blame for that. He's on a 6-2. We're taking Zagadou off. We're going to do Mepham coming on. What an awful way to lose a match. We have not deserved this. We have not deserved this at all. I'm going to give him a fire up. I think everyone was already fired up. That has helped massively. Nothing's really happening in this game, though. There's been about 3 or 4 highlights in the entire match. Right, we're doing Sancho for Demir. Do we do another change as well? Van Housten for Lewis Cook. Van Housten's not playing very well. We'll just swap you two round. That is all of the changes. We've got 10 minutes to try and get ourselves an equaliser. Ideally 2. A highlight? Just 10 minutes to get a highlight. No, we finally got something. Mats Hummels with a free kick to Lewis Cook. Back to Hummels. Kick it, buddy. He does eventually kick that ball. Demir doesn't win the header. Mats Hummels is going to collect this once again. This is how they scored their first goal, Mats. Good job. Mepham plays it long towards Haaland. Controls it. Guerrero with some space on that left-hand side. This could be a goal, you know. Guerrero in towards the penalty area. He's been tripped. Are we getting VAR callback? No? Sane's got this ball now for Bayern Munich. He's got straight past Chris Mepham. Sane's going to score a counter-attack goal. It's 2-0. 2 goals that they have scored have basically come from us getting fouled or nearly getting fouled and then just going, you know what, we're not going to bother now. We're going to wait for the whistle. Play to the whistle, lads. It's 2-0. We've not deserved to lose this game 2-0. We have not deserved this one bit. Full time then. We lose with this. This is how different the match was. And they had 2 shots in the second half and they scored both of them. They had 2 shots in the second half and scored both of them. Onana gets a 6.2. Damn right you're anxious. You're getting a water bottle thrown directly at your head. Thrash arms. That is unacceptable. And then, in particular, Onana thrown at you. I'm furious. Seem demotivated. Go for it, buddy. You deserve that because they had 2 shots on target and they went both in. Both of them went in. I'm annoyed, okay? I'm angry. Heads up about Andre Onana. He's making complaints about being unimpressed of how you've handled team talks recently. You got a 6.2, mate. You got a 6.2. I think you were too harsh on the team. No, I was too harsh on you, Onana. I can understand. No, get on with your job. You're right. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, Andre. Do your job. Save the shots. You're literally paid to do one thing and don't concede, and you concede all the time. Right, match number 2 of the episode. We need to fly through this as quick as possible because if I'm trying to get 3 matches into one episode, we need to go through quick. So, it's RB Leipzig away from home. Onana keeps his place in goal, even though I don't really want to keep him in goal. He's better than Zach Steffen. It's going to be Passlack, Hummels, Zagadou and Firpo as our back 4 today. Emre Can is the deep line playmaker. Jude Bellingham and Rafael Guerrero will be the central midfield today because Guerrero is just a ridiculously good footballer wherever I put him on the pitch. Gio Reyna, Sancho and Erling Haaland will be our front 3 today. Let's go and hopefully beat Leipzig. So we need to make sure that we get some points here because we do well against sides that we should be beating, but sides where we struggle against are the big sides, the Bayern Munichs, the Schalkes, the Leipzigs, the BMGs. We seem to be able to beat everyone else. So if we can beat Leipzig, that shows that something is working with this new tactic. You wait, it's going to be a 0-0 draw, isn't it? It's going to be absolutely garbage. I said that 0-0 draw thing as like a joke. There's been 2 shots, both of them off target. We've had 0 highlights. Good. This is going to make this episode quick, isn't it? It's certainly going to make it quick. Is a 0-0 draw against Leipzig away from home good? We drew 0-0 at home. If we draw 0-0 away, we know that we just cancel each other out. Literally no highlights. Literally no highlights in the entire match. So I wanted to get this episode with 3 matches very quickly. It looks like the Red Bull Leipzig Dortmund game has certainly done that for me. Literally, I'm just going to cut the whole thing out. You're just going to see the start and the end. 0-0. It was garbage. We're going to spend more time talking about the league than we will about the match that we've literally just had. So, because of that solitary point, we stay in second place. Schalke, I think, might be playing tomorrow. They are playing tomorrow, but they're playing BMG. If Schalke win, they will move up into second place. There's a big old gap now between us and top of the table Bayern Munich. We have played Leipzig twice now, and both times, it doesn't say the match stats, but there was, 6 shots I think we had in that match. And then if we find the other one where we have a quick look, can we do past meetings? It doesn't really tell us too much, but both of these matches this season have been the worst matches you'll ever see. And so bad, in fact, you won't see them. I guess we move forward to the PSG game. Oh, PSG. We're going to get hammered. Right, time for PSG, and it's not ideal circumstances. Schalke won their game, by the way, so we've dropped down to 3rd place in the table. And literally just before this match started, I will scroll down here and we'll click on a Mr. Erling Haaland, who is now out for 3 to 6 weeks with sprained knee ligaments. So our best player and top goal scorer is going to miss our 2nd hardest match of the season so far. We are also missing Julian Brandt. He's currently out injured. I think he's got a cold. The flu, there you go. Youssef Demir, who scored a lot of goals. He's out for 2 to 5 weeks as well, which would explain why our strike force looks as it does. It will be Onana in goal, Passlack, Hummels, Zagadou and Guerrero as that back 4. Van Housten, Emre Can, Bellingham and Reyna in the middle. Timothy Weah and Jadon Sancho will be our strikers today. Let's hope that at the very least this is better than the Red Bull Leipzig game because literally nothing happened in that. I'd like to score a goal as well. Now, all we can hope is PSG aren't playing their best players, which they 100% will be, won't they? Icardi's there, Mbappe and Neymar are there. I mean, it's a good side. It's a good side. The only real hope we have, and it's not really a hope, is the fact that Keylor Navas isn't that good at football, but he is good at football. So I'm not hopeful for this game. I'm really not. 7.5 minutes on the clock. We've already seen more action in this game than we did in the Leipzig game, but it looks like it's PSG coming forward with the ball. Llorente has it on that left-hand side, stops and crosses it into towards the middle. Jude Bellingham can't get there. Icardi can get there. It's 1-0 after just 8 minutes. It's going to be a long old day, this one. I guess good news, if we lose this one about 4 or 5-0, we don't need to see any more Champions League stuff. Navas with the goal kick for PSG. Half an hour on the clock. They're going to come forward slowly with the ball. Mbappe, he's got Guerrero in front of him, runs in towards the middle. Are we going to nick this off him? Or is Mbappe just going to run all the way through? He's just going to go all the way through. And oh my word, that almost went in under Onana. That was close. So apparently we've had some shots. We've had 3 shots, 2 of them on target. We haven't seen them. Mbappe's just been injured. I don't know whether he's come off the pitch, but he's just been injured. I'm going to thrash arms. I'm far from pleased. Good, it's fired some people up. Timothy Ware's on a 6-5. Guerrero's on a 6-4, but if Mbappe has come off the pitch, which I suspect he probably has, for Riyad Mahrez, okay, it's not exactly too much of a change. He's not suddenly a really, like, an awful footballer. They've changed their formation completely as well. They've got no wingers anymore. It's Mendy with a throw. 60 minutes already. Mendy gets the ball back. Can we steal this away? We can't. Icardi's in on goal here. Onana with a simple enough save. It's a free kick. Icardi was offside. Okay, that's why it was really simple for him to get there. Right, time for a change. Guerrero's coming off for Firpo because Guerrero's not having a good game. Emre Can's on a 6.2, so he's going to come off for Lewis Cook. Timothy Weah is going to come off for Marco Reus. That is all of our changes. We are going to see the corner, but I'm hoping nothing happens because it was just a highlight because of the subs, maybe. Verratti has this ball on the right-hand side. Rain has nicked this ball away. Keep the highlight going, my friend. Keep the highlight going. Do something. Buddy, wake up. Rain is walking slowly with the ball. Guerrero, who is obviously still on the pitch for the moment, finds Bellingham. This highlight's just going to end. It's just going to end, isn't it? Sancho now has the ball. He's been tackled by Verratti. Azpilicueta. What is happening in this highlight? Just end the highlight, please. It's still going on, you know. The highlight's still carrying on, so something might actually come from this. Mendy on that left-hand side, gets past Emre Can, keeps going. Benjamin Mendy crosses the ball in. Neymar's there. Mahrez is there, facing away from goal. Neymar's hit his effort wide of the post. That's why the highlight carried on. Neymar really should have made it 2-0. Give them a berate. Paslak's injured. I've done all my subs and Paslak is injured. The berate seemed to work. The berate genuinely seemed to, fired people up. We're not going to see anything from this fire up, though. Well, 1-0. 1-0 isn't the end of the world. It wasn't a good match. Nobody played well on our side at all in this one. The highest rating was a 6.8 from a substitute left-back. That's not good. The highest player who played a full 90, Van Housten, Bellingham and Reina and Sancho were getting 6.7s. Not a very good performance. I'm not happy. Hands on hips, teapot stance, I'm not happy. Well, at least we only lost 1-0. We do need to play them again though. Paslak's out for 3 to 4 days. Okay, nothing too serious, but we do obviously have Munio can just drop back in. Sancho vows to end his goal drought. 10 matches without scoring. When we changed to this formation, he was really good. At the start of it, he was really good, scoring 4 goals in 2 matches. And then he's just kind of stopped scoring the goals. He has been playing mainly as the false 9 as well. Obviously, against PSG, played as the complete forward. But he's just kind of stopped, which is a worry. An even bigger worry is that's 3 matches in a row where we haven't scored a goal again. The last time that happened was up here. Schalke, Inter and BMG, which again was those 2 were on camera. These 3 have all technically, well, kind of not so much, but have all been on camera and we haven't scored a goal. I don't know what happens. I hit the record button and all of a sudden we stop playing football again. Next episode then, we are going to have to do the return leg, aren't we? We're going to have to do the return leg. We'll also do the VfB Stuttgart game, so towards the end of March. Hoffenheim, Werder Bremen in the quarter-final of the Cup. Augsburg and Mainz as well, so you should think 14th place Hoffenheim, we should beat them. Augsburg and Mainz, maybe. If we can get 7 points from those 3 games, I'll take that as a win. Well, I'm not sure whether this was a really fast episode or a really long episode. I'm not sure. I have no idea because it feels like it's going to be really quick now. but we obviously had a lot to try and get in, but nothing happened. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode. Not the most exciting. We've lost 2 matches on camera, kind of drawn one as well on camera. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with PSG and VfB Stuttgart in the league. Hopefully we are still in this chasing pack. I'm not expecting a lot from the PSG game. I'm sorry, I just don't think we're going to get through the Champions League. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.